What's up, everybody? Hope you're all having a great day. Thanks for tuning in. What I got for you are my top 3 favorite class setups in Modern Warfare 3. I've had a lot of success with these guns. They're all really good options, super powerful. Let me know what you think about them in the comments below. If you like this video, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe for more content like this, and stick around to the end because I have a bonus class setup coming at you. You are not going to want to miss that one. It's one that's just kind of stayed off the radar. It's a hidden gem in my opinion. Super powerful. I don't see a lot of people using it. I don't think a lot of people know about it, but you really want to stick around, find out what I'm talking about. Let me know what you think, and it's not going to disappoint you. So let's hop right on into this thing. So starting it off here, we have my SMG build. We are going to be using the Striker, and for the muzzle, we have the Shadow Strike Suppressor. That is going to keep you off the minimap and off the radar. In MW3, it has a traditional minimap, unlike it did in MW2. So if you shoot without a suppressor in MW3, your location is going to be shown to the enemies on the minimap, and they're going to know where you're at. So if you play a lot of Search and Destroy like I do, having a suppressor on your gun is super helpful. And that's why I'm using the Shadow Strike Suppressor. For the barrel, I have the Striker Recon Long Barrel. It's going to help with that damage range. The Striker did just recently get a buff to its damage range, so if you put this barrel on with that buff, its damage range is increased dramatically now, and it does compete with those assault rifles at longer ranges. For the stock, I have the RB Crotalis Assault Stock. It's going to help you with a lot of the recoil control, accuracy handling, gives you a lot of pros on this one. So you're really going to want to be paying attention to those advanced stats. You press L2 or left trigger, I guess, if you're on Xbox to pull those up. Make sure you're paying attention to those. They are the most accurate thing you can do to pick your attachments out. I know if you look at the pros and cons list, sometimes it gets a little confusing. You can see on this one, it tells you a pro is gun kick control, but then the con is also recoil control. So kind of a little fuzzy there. So if you just pull up those advanced stats, it's going to show you everything you need to know. And for the rear grip, we have the Seiken ZX grip. This is going to help with your recoil control. One thing you can actually see on these advanced stats, though, is that firing aim stability. It's a really beneficial pro. It keeps your gun more steady when you're aimed down sight, so your gun's not going to be swaying around as much, and it's going to stay on target a lot better. So keep an eye out for that. That is one that helps just as much as gun kick control or recoil control. For the underbarrel, we're using this FTAC MSP98 hand stop. They added a lot of good underbarrels that help with recoil control as well as mobility or handling, and this is the one I found to be my favorite. Gives you some recoil control as well as increased mobility, so my strafe speed's gonna go up with this. Gun's already really snappy, so with that increased strafe speed, it helps me win a lot of gunfights. But you can see, I mean, we're basically instantly aiming down sights, and then you can strafe really fast as well. And you can see you can really pick people off from range with this thing. For the rest of the class, we have the infantry vest. That is going to increase my tac sprint duration as well as reduce the refresh time for my tac sprint duration. Super helpful, really in every game mode, but especially in Search and Destroy when you're trying to beat people to certain points right at spawn. And you pair that up with the Karambit, which has the highest mobility in the game, and you're getting places really fast, cutting people off and winning those gunfights before people even know you're there. For the tactical, we have the Stun Grenade. Stun Grenade's really powerful in this game, so I've been rocking those, have a lot of success. Frag Grenade for the lethal, tried and true. It's never let me down for the past 15 years. It's just what I've always used. The field upgrade, we're using that portable radar. For the gloves, I have the Commando gloves. That is going to help you with the reloading while you're sprinting. This just helps if you're disengaging in a fight or you're weak. You can run away and reload at the same time and then re-engage faster, maybe throw the enemy off because you're coming back to the fight so quick. I know people use these marksman gloves a lot. I prefer them with sniper rifles, something that you see flinch with a little more. With stuff like SMGs and assault rifles, I feel like that flinch isn't super noticeable. So I stick to the Commando gloves. And assault gloves, I know, help with jump shotting. But I slide cancel more in this game. I feel like I don't jump shot as much as I do in MW3 as I did in MW2. So the Commando gloves are just what I feel like I get the most benefit from. For the boots, 100% of the time I'm going to be using covert sneakers. None of the other boots even come close to competing with covert sneakers. I mean, eliminating your footstep sounds is so helpful. I mean, people sound hoard you so much in MW2, and you can still do it really well in MW3 if you're not using covert sneakers. I mean, you can hear footsteps really, really loud, especially if people are using the bone conduction headset. I mean, they're going to be hearing you from a mile away. So keeping those covert sneakers on 100% of the time is just going to help you the most, especially in search and destroy. And then for my gear slot, I use Ghost 75% of the time. I know you have to be moving while you have Ghost on to keep it active. And if you stop, I mean, it doesn't really help you. Like I said, I'm a really mobile player, so I feel like Ghost helps me the most. And a little cheat for that. So if you're just strafing side to side and thinking that's keeping you off the radar with Ghost, it's deactivating every time you switch directions from left to right. That little pause makes you pop up on the minimap. But if you go in a circle, that's going to keep your Ghost activated and you're going to stay off the radar the entire time. So little tip there. Hope that one helps you out. That pretty much does it for my SMG class. Next, we have my assault rifle class. For that one, we are going to be using the MCW. Again, on the muzzle, we have that Shadow Strike suppressor, just keeping me off the radar on search and destroy or just any game mode I play. I just don't want to be on the radar. Super helpful when you're trying to flank the enemy team. For the barrel, I use the second line Mammoth Heavy Barrel. That's going to give you a lot more damage range and help you with the mobility a little bit. I know a lot of people will use this 16.5-inch Cyclone long barrel. I thought I liked the iron sights on that one better, and it does give you a little bit more damage range. But switching over to this Mammoth Heavy Barrel, I feel like the iron sights are a little cleaner on that one. I can see a little bit more when I'm aimed down sight, and it just helps me with the mobility a little bit. Still a laser beam though. For the stock, we're using the RB Regal Heavy stock. That's gonna help with recoil control a ton. And it's already pretty snappy. I mean, it's not gonna be snappy as a SMG, but it's good enough. You really want this thing to be a laser beam more than anything. For the rear grip, we're gonna be using the RB Claw PSL grip. Gonna be giving you more recoil control. And like I said, that firing aim stability is super important. And then it takes a little more bullets to kill people with the MCW. Unless you're hitting them in the head. It does have a good headshot bonus or headshot multiplier, but that 40 round mag helps me reload less and kill more people with a single magazine. So I just find that to be beneficial with this thing because it does shoot a little quicker as well. As you can see, this thing's pretty quick and you're just gonna be laser beaming people. A little cheat as well, if you think your gun doesn't ADS as fast as you'd like it to, if you slide cancel in ADS, it kind of just, as you can see, it kind of just snaps almost instantaneously up. And you can just get the shots off quicker. So try and utilize that slide cancel as much as you can with those slower ADS guns, and it'll help get the sights up a little bit quicker. For the rest of the class, we have the Demolition Vest. This is going to resupply your lethal and tactical equipments every 25 seconds, which I find to be very helpful, especially when you're rocking the stims. If you just have one stim, I don't feel like it's all that useful. I mean, it helps you with one gunfight, but maybe you get into more than one gunfight in a round of search and you just need more stims. This just keeps recharging the stims. Going back to the melee, I use the Karambit 100% of the time. For the field upgrade, I have the Comm Scrambler. I like the Comm Scrambler a little bit more than the portable radar in classes that I'm going to be holding down a point a little bit longer for. So this one I might not be running around as much, and if a radar comes up from the enemy team, I know I have Ghost, but throwing that Comm Scrambler down allows me to stay off the radar when I'm standing still, so I don't always have to be moving, which does help me. And then for the gloves, I have these Ordnance gloves. Helps me throw the frag grenades farther and reset the fuse timer if somebody throws a frag grenade at me. These might be bugged right now. I don't know if they're bugged or not, but they do cook the grenades faster than normal, so if you don't know that, you might blow yourself up a couple times until you figure it out. But I actually think it's kind of helpful. Like if you know somebody's in a building, you need to throw a grenade through a window, you can cook their grenade a little bit quicker and kill them before they move. So I really like these Ordnance gloves. Like I said, 100% of the time I'll have covert sneakers on, and then I still rock Ghost. But there you have it. That's the assault rifle class. Up next, we have my battle rifle class. And with that, we have the Bass B. This thing has become really popular. It's kind of a hybrid between an assault rifle and an SMG in my opinion. Really good up close, but can still pick people off at range. So we have the Shadow Strike suppressor for the muzzle, still keeps me off the radar. The Bruin Venom long barrel gets me damage range as well as recoil control. For the stock, we have the Ravage 20 heavy stock. It gets me recoil control as well as that firing aim stability. Like I said, in order to build an accurate gun for Modern Warfare 3, you really want to make sure you have that firing aim stability on your pro list. So the rear grip, we have the STT 88 grip. That is also going to get me recoil control as well as that firing aim stability. And then I put the 30 round mag. It's a 20 round standard magazine on this gun. I just don't feel like that's enough. It shoots fast enough to where 20 rounds goes pretty quick, and sometimes you just need that extra bullet to kill the guy. And now building this class, I set this up a lot like my SMG class. I treat it more as an SMG than I do an assault rifle, just because it kills so quick up close. So we have the infantry vest, pair that up with the karambit. High mobility gets you to places quicker. Tactical equipment, we're going to use the stun grenade. Lethal equipment, we're using the frag grenade, just like the SMG, but we're using the comm scrambler over the portable radar. Sometimes I do want to still use this thing or treat it like an assault rifle. So if I need to hold down a point or maybe lock down a bomb site or something like that and they have a UAV, I can put this comm scrambler down. I don't have to worry about staying mobile, so my ghost stays active, and it really helps out. But we still have the commando gloves so I can reload while sprinting, the covert sneakers so my footsteps are silent, and ghost so I do stay off the radar if my comm scrambler's not up or if I don't want to use it right at that moment. You can see the handling isn't the greatest, but it is a laser beam just like the MCW. It really picks people off from range, and then if you use that slide cancel tactic, you can kind of get that quicker mobility or quicker handling on some of these slower guns, and that's kind of a way to negate that con of the handling. But there you have it. There's my battle rifle class. And last but not least, the bonus class. I really hope y'all stuck around to check this class out. It is so good. This MTZ-762 on its own doesn't really do much for me, but when you throw this Jack Heretic carbine conversion kit on, it hands down becomes better than the Bass B. It is absolutely incredible. It does have a lot of side-to-side recoil. So how I counteract that, for the muzzle, I'm putting this T4LR Saber compensator on. It gives me 25.4% of horizontal recoil. And so all you're really going to need to do at that point is focus on the vertical recoil control, and that's a lot easier to control. So we have the MK3 reflector optic on this as well. This is my favorite red dot, blue dot, yellow dot, whatever dot sight in the game. I don't really care for the iron sights on this gun. If you do, more power to you, but I stick with this MK3 reflector. Then we have the EXF close quarters assault stock. This thing is going to help dramatically with that horizontal and vertical recoil control as well. And then the last attachment is the 40 round mag. It has the same little logo as the Jack Heretic conversion kit does, so I'm assuming that this is a weapon specific item solely for this little conversion kit, and it's really, really good. Not only do you get 40 round magazines, but if you go to the advanced stats, it increases your reload quickness. For the rest of the class, treating it like an SMG, just like an SMG. It does have high mobility, and you want to be up in people's face. Out to range, this thing, you can get people out to range, but it does have a little more recoil than like an MCW, so you kind of want to treat this as like a close to mid-range gun. But we got the infantry vest, the karambit, stun grenade, frag grenade, portable radar, commando gloves to reload while you're sprinting, and with that magazine and the increased reload quickness, you reload really fast and on the move. Covert sneakers and the ghost gear. It's pretty quick, and you can control the recoil pretty decent. But like I said, you want to stick to the close to mid-range with this thing. But it puts people down really, really fast. So let me know what you think about this bonus class in the comments. Check it out. You do have to do a little bit extra to unlock that conversion kit, but it is definitely worth it. It's one of the best conversion kits in the game, I think. So go out there, unlock it, try this class setup out. Let me know what you think in the comments. There you have it, fellas, lady fellas. Hope you liked the video. Hope those classes helped you out at all. If they did, let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. Really helps the channel grow, pushes out my videos, and that YouTube algorithm gets it in the view of everybody else, helps them out, helps me out. It's a win-win for everyone. You all have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.